Kristen, likewise, along the same lines, can you speak or share about a day in the life of a flight test engineer or field service engineer? Just tell us about your day at Boeing.
Yeah, so I've been in flight tests about 8 years. I've done some rotations in other positions around the company within that time. And one of those years I spent as a field service engineer. But I really think that flight test engineering is a really awesome job, so I'll talk about that. So at Boeing, there's, just like as we're seeing it on the panel, there's jobs all over. There's pilots, there's design engineers, maintenance, mechanics, you name it. And in flight tests, we get to work with most of those different disciplines to design test points or test conditions and procedures for flying on board the airplane. And these test conditions can do a wide variety of things, whether that's validating the design for our customer commitments or updating our simulation models for the labs, or some of my favorite tests are certification tests with the FAA to make sure that the airplane is safe and abides by the FAA regulations for the flying public. So once we, as flight test engineers, design the test points, then we get to fly on board the airplane. So if you imagine the last commercial flight that you took, on the airplane, yep.
You were on the airplane.
Oh, so cool. Imagine an airplane and take out all the seats and take out all the overhead bins where you put your bags. And now imagine data rack and all this equipment, big, heavy seats with 5-point harnesses. We have data screens where we're looking at data, and we're all on headsets communicating with each other and talking to the pilots. So when we're flying these really dynamic maneuvers, sometimes we're monitoring for safety parameters to make sure that we're staying safe, and for data quality to make sure that we're flying the right maneuvers.
That's so cool. Thank you. Wow. I'm sure this is a lot of really interesting questions. It sounds